Good morning. This is May Dildalau with YesFinanciallyFree.com and doing the live today, which is our gratitude practice, peace practice, and financial freedom practice. So welcome, Jenny. Hi. Hello, everyone who's joining, and I appreciate you all. We're going to do the peace practice after I introduce myself. My name is May Dildalau. I live in Waikiki with my husband, Jamal, our 12-year-old son, Jordan, and my mom. Back in 2011, I had over $30,000 of credit card debts, a lot of credit debts, but I paid it off by 2016, April, and then I started coaching clients to do what I did, which was not just pay off debt. I quit my job December 23rd, 2016 was my last day. I started, where our net worth had improved by about $500,000. We're making almost $500 a month in passive income. Now, by that time, I had never owned property, but while I was coaching clients in the Finance Freedom Mastermind program, we bought our first condo together, my husband and I, in Waikiki, and then our second condo in 2018. And then in 2019, we sold the first and bought this one, which is was bigger. It's about 1,000 square feet, and my mom moved in last year. So that's my story really quickly. You can find out more about me at YesFinanciallyFree.com. That's where I keep all my blog information, and you can get all the blog posts, replays. I'm still trying to figure out how to put TikTok replays on my blog. Right now I'm uploading them to YouTube, but here, let me show you. So Wednesday, this is the blog, YesFinanciallyFree.com, yeah? And you can see there's a lot of information here. On Wednesday, I'm having a free training, how to negotiate down credit card debt. So that is at 6 a.m. Hawaii time. To get the invite to the free training, all right, just put in your first name, email, and hit that yes button. If you go to the Contact Us page, there's also a way to get on our email list. And you get a free book, Working Parents Guide to Financial Freedom, when you join the email list. Name, email, get instant access. If you don't see the welcome email with this ebook right away, then check your spam folder and it should be there. If not, try a different email address. But I will email a Zoom link to my email list on Wednesday, April 8th at 6 a.m. for anyone who wants to join that live training. All right? How to negotiate down credit card debt. So that's how to get that live training. And the replay link I will email to my email list as well. Okay? So I just wanted to give you a heads up. And then I have replays of past lives I've done of this peace practice, gratitude, financial freedom practice. I did a 64-day challenge that ended on May 28th. So if you're interested in taking a 64-day peace challenge, I highly recommend it. All the blogs, I have all the blogs here on the peace challenge. So you can just write in, day 1, day 2, day 3 of the peace challenge and pop it up. But that is my blog, just an introduction to it. So thank you for being on the live today. We're going to do our gratitude practice now, okay? So 1 minute, we're going to say thank you for 1 minute. So Alexa, set timer for 1 minute. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being on the live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the peace practice. Thank you for gratitude. Thank you that I feel better right now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Alexa. Thank you. Thank you for everyone on the live. Thank you for joining. Thank you for Spacey, who was with me on the first live that I was on. Thank you so much. Thank you for my life. Thank you that I do feel better. Thank you for a doctor. Thank you for my husband helping me yesterday. Thank you that I'm awake and alive. Thank you that I'm breathing and that I have a heartbeat. Thank you. Thank you for my skin and my fingers and toes, and that I can still walk and I can drive and I can be a mom and cook and clean and move things and take my son to archery tournament today. Thank you that he has an archery tournament today to compete in. Thank you. Thank you for my health. Thank you that my family is healthy. Thank you for Lolo being healthy. Alexa, stop. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your gratitude practice. We're going to do our peace practice now. Okay, so peace practice, the first thing you do, and I learned this from the monks who marched from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. The first thing you do is write Today is going to be my peaceful day. So you write that down every day. Sorry, it's a little blurry. I don't know my camera's bright. Today is going to be my peaceful day. And you read it in your mind several times and you say it out loud. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Okay, use a pen. And that's the first step. Today is going to be my peaceful day. And then no one can take that away from you. You will have peace all day long, as long as you choose it. And then the second step is to practice mindfulness. So that we're going to do by doing mindfulness breathing, all right? So we're going to practice that. So just focus on your breath. You can either count or you can just say in, out when you breathe, in, out. If you lose track of your breath, just come back to it, yeah? If your thoughts distract you, just look at your thought, say thought, and come back to your breathing. Feelings like nausea, which is what I was feeling earlier today, pain or numbness, then come back to your breath. Nausea was very hard to do. Ended up curling up like a ball, focusing on my breathing, which did help. What else? Let's see. If you hear sound, just say sound, and come back to your breathing. All right? So that's the breathing practice. You can count your breath. I usually count. I go 1 when I say 1, 2. Sorry, when I breathe in, I say 1. When I breathe out, I say 1. Breathe in 2, breathe out 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and then start over, and then go to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and start over. Okay? When you focus on your breath, don't try to control your breathing. Just focus on your breathing. Now, if you notice, a lot of us, we don't notice our breathing. Notice our thoughts. Like, we'll see thoughts, and we'll just start thinking all these thoughts, right? And we get distracted from reality, right? In reality, I'm sitting in a chair, right? Doing a TikTok live, right? It's 5-something a.m. in the morning. I'm breathing, right? There's nobody else here with me. My son is sleeping. My mom is sleeping. My husband went to work already. So that's reality for me, right? But when I close my eyes and start doing the breathing practice, sometimes I imagine stuff. It's like, and it's not real. So the point of the practice is to bring yourself back to what is real. What is real is I'm sitting here breathing and I'm focusing on my breath. So let's try it together, okay? Alexa, set timer for
how long?
8 minutes. So we're going to do a long one today, okay? All right, guys, here we go. Alexa, set timer for 8 minutes.
8-minute timer started.
Okay, so scan your body from head to toe and just relax. Yeah, so relax your forehead, relax your eyes and your nose, relax your mouth, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, chest muscles, relax your abdomen and down to your legs, to your knees, to your calves, shins, feet and toes. Relax everything out. Now breathe in 3 deep breaths. Now, focus on your breathing. Remember, you are sitting and doing breathing work. Anything else you imagine is not real. Come back to the breathing if you imagine something. on your breath. Don't try to control it, just focus on it. Feel yourself breathe in and out. Notice your breathing. Stay with your breath. Focus on your breath. If you lose track, just start over counting your breath. Breathe in 1, breathe out 1. In 2, breathe out 2. If you get caught up in your thoughts, just come back. Say thought, thought in your mind, and come back to your breathing. Alexa, stop. All right. That was 8 minutes of breathing practice. Yeah? So how did you do? Did anyone even do that for 8 minutes with me? That would be quite amazing. That's the practice, the peace practice. Do it every day and see what happens in your life. It works for me. So that's why I share it with you. And so at night, an hour before you go to bed, if you can, thanks for the hearts, if you can, join, do the breathing practice an hour before you go to bed, and scan your day. If there's anything that you think you hurt somebody, you ask them for forgiveness and forgive yourself. And then if somebody hurt you, forgive them. And then go to sleep, being peaceful. I usually think about my day. I'm like, is there anything that I'm holding on to? Am I upset about something? How would I feel right now? You know? Bhante Panakara, the leader of the Monks for Peace, said that is a time where your inner child needs attention. We all have this inner child inside us that wants to be seen and heard. So when you go to bed at night, an hour before you go to bed, just listen to your inner child. let it speak to you and understand, how are you feeling? How am I feeling? What is going on with me? Do I feel sad? Do I feel happy? Do I feel frustrated? Am I angry? Just take care of your own self and then go to sleep. When you wake up in the morning, don't look at your phone. Okay, and at night, an hour before you go to bed, don't look at your phone either. And then make your bed. This morning, my husband made the bed, which was so nice. It was really nice, I usually make the bed. And then brush your teeth, go to the bathroom, and then write down your sentence. Today is going to be my peaceful day, which I just did with you, yeah? Say it out loud. And then do your breathing practice, which we just did. And then you can go about your day. You can eat breakfast, you can do some exercise, eat breakfast, and then you can look at your phone. So that's the routine. During the day, be mindful of what you're doing. Everything you do, one thing at a time. I listened to a mindfulness talk by Dam Pamasan yesterday. He is the monk who lost his leg on the Walk for Peace. A truck hit a car that hit the monks, and one of them got his leg amputated. It was really badly mangled. So he's starting to use an artificial leg recently, which is nice to see. But he gives peace practice talks, mindfulness talks on YouTube. And he doesn't speak English that well. It's not his first language, but he's teaching in English because so many people were walking and on the Walk for Peace and they want to learn about mindfulness. So he's teaching in English. It's really sweet to see the talks. I share them on my blog. So if you want to see these talks, just go to my blog, Yes Financially Free. That's my tag, my handle. Sorry. And yes. So he gave a teaching about mindfulness. And basically when you do anything, do it one thing at a time and focus on what you're doing. Like when you're eating food, notice what it tastes like. Notice when you're chewing, notice when you're swallowing. Yeah? When you drive a car, notice that you're driving, pay attention to where you're going and what you're doing. Yeah? When you're cooking, pay attention, right? Don't want to cut yourself. Whatever you're doing all day long, when you're working, just focus on your work, one thing at a time, and be mindful of what you're doing. Understand, how do I feel at this moment? What is going on? How is, what's happening? And he talked about 8 arrows, which I thought were really interesting. 8 arrows that we all have to suffer through in our life. And the arrows are not what you would expect, okay? So one is high status, and one is low status. So when you become famous, like when I was live here on Sunday, I had a guest, Spacey. Spacey was on, and he did a prayer, right? He was praying that I would become viral. The video I did on Sunday would be viral, and that I would become an influencer with all these followers, and that would be high status. Okay, high status. And then if, say, you become an influencer and you have so many followers, and every time you go live there are thousands of people, and you make so much money, okay, that would be high status, right? Low status, nobody goes on your lives, nobody knows who you are, you make zero money, you know? So there's high status, low status. So these are both sufferings, because when people get high status, they get addicted to the high status. When they get low status, maybe they're sad or upset that they have low status, right? So those two suffering arrows right there. Happiness and sadness or suffering. Happiness and suffering or sadness. Okay, so I was suffering one of these. When you get really happy, I used to suffer this one a lot. You cling to it, right? You don't want it to go away. Maybe you're with someone you really like, or you just have some experience that was so wonderful, right? And you cling to it. You're like, I don't want to feel sad again. I love happiness. And that is a kind of suffering, because you are attached to happiness. You're attached to some moment that happened in the past that will no longer happen again. So you have given up your present life to be thinking about and pining after some moment, right, that made you happy. And that's suffering. Another type of suffering is sadness, suffering, you know, that kind. That's like me this morning when I felt nauseous, and I was like huddled up on the couch when I was doing my meditation time before this live, and I was like, oh, I don't feel good. I felt nauseous. And that's a kind of suffering, right? And that you don't want to be you just have to notice these things. So there's 4, right? I don't know if I remember all 8. High status, low status, loss and gain. Gain and loss when you get something. And one of my friends posted a crypto trading picture, right? When you're doing well with crypto, you're like so happy, right? And when you're doing bad, when crypto goes down, you're like so sad, right? So those are 2 sufferings. When you gain something and you get attached to getting it, I mean, whether it's money or crypto going up, whatever, or loss when your cryptocurrency goes down in value, you know, whatever it is, those are 2 more sufferings, gain and loss. And you don't want to be attached to these sufferings. And there is one more, but I don't remember what it is right now. So high status, low status, gain, loss, happiness, sadness, and then 2 more. So I'll blog about it. I'll put it on my blog when I'm done. It's financiallyfree.com. So the point of that is to understand when you go through those times, when you're going through happiness and when you're going through sadness or suffering, just to understand this is what's happening to me now. I'm going through this state. Don't get attached to it. Just notice it, right? Because nothing is permanent. Everything changes all the time, right? Does that make sense? Anyway, that was the teaching from Don Pamasan. He's the monk, like I said, who lost his leg during the Walk for Peace. So I will put that training on my blog. You can watch it later. Thank you so much for being on the live with me. I'm going to do 2 more things and then we're done. I do gratitude practice, peace practice, and then I do the financial freedom affirmations, and then a financial freedom visualization, and then I'm done. Okay, so I'm going to show you where I get all my affirmations. I just made the screen brighter somehow. Okay. So like I said, the blog is yesfinanciallyfree.com. On the top, there's this, on the menu, it says Map to Freedom. And if you scroll down to map number 5, that is a list of a lot of the blog, not all of them, but a lot of the blog posts that I've done are listed here. And one of them is 643 affirmations for financial freedom, wealth, abundance, money, and prosperity. So this is where I'm going to get some affirmations. So what do you do with affirmations? All you do is repeat after me, okay? So I am always present and in the moment. I am always present and in the moment. How am I always present and in the moment? How am I always present and in the moment? I am open to receiving an abundance of wealth, health, and happiness. I am open to receiving an abundance of wealth, health, and happiness. How am I open to receiving abundance of wealth, health, and happiness? How am I open to receiving an abundance of wealth, health, and happiness? Okay, that's all I'm doing. Just 4. So now we're going to do a visualization. Left hand on heart, right hand over left hand. Breathe in and out through your heart space. Gratitude. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, TikTok, for this technology that got me to stay awake this morning when I wanted to curl up in bed. Thank you. All right. Now imagine that you are financially free. What are you doing with your life? What does your day look like? What are you doing right now? Imagine it and go. All right, that's it for today. I hope you imagine yourself financially free. If you want help with anything on financial freedom, then you can reach me at my blog, yesfinanciallyfree.com. Thank you, everyone who joined today. Thank you for being on. This is yesfinanciallyfree.com. Yeah. If you want personal attention, coaching, then go to 1 Year Finance Freedom Makeover. It's $397 for a year, and I send out a Zoom coaching invite every Monday at 6 a.m. Hawaii time, noon Eastern. Where you can ask any questions you want on financial freedom. I send you video lessons once a week on how to create passive income, chart your net worth, cash flow, and other things like real estate ROI, crypto, all kinds of things. So you can learn about that at 1 Year Finance Freedom Makeover. There's also a password to a video library. So you just work on one skill set a week, one video a week, and then jump on the live to get help. So this is one training program that I have. So that's all that I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for being on this live. I appreciate you. Have a great day. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. And I will see you again tomorrow, same time, 5 a.m. Hawaii time.